Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2025 Ford Ranger Raptor. This model's finished off in shadow black. MSRP is just shy of $58,000. So we have the top trim level for the Ford Ranger with a lot to go over for this off-road focused performance pickup truck. So let's start underneath the hood, where this features the 3-liter twin-turbo V6. It is paired to the 10-speed automatic, pumps out 405 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque. It'll do 0 to 60 in just over 5 seconds. Top speed is 107 miles an hour. And you're also looking right around 16 miles per gallon in the city and 18 out on the highway for its MPG. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, you'll notice the biggest difference versus a non-Raptor is the giant Ford logo running through that grille to mimic the Ford F150 Raptor, of course. This does get a forward-facing camera, plenty of cutouts in that grille as well. There's LEDs for all of the lighting that nicely wrap around the trim for the grille. There's fog lights in the lower section where there's a steel front bumper, all of the parking sensors, even the sensor for distance pacing. You get tow hooks, skid plates underneath, and then some really nice bulges coming down both sides of the hood with the trim accents located at the base there. And then as we work our way to the side, this has a set of 17-inch beadlock ready wheels along with 33-inch tires. There's also the Fox suspension, which provides it with a little bit of a lift. Ground clearance is at 10.7 inches. Really nice fender arches that match the bumper coming out of the side there. There's also a steel set of running boards that you can use to easily enter and exit, of course, with also providing some off-road protection. You get a camera and a turn signal on the side mirrors. No sunroof for this model. And as you can tell, we have the quad cab with the shorter bed with Raptor running down the side of the bed sides there. And then in back, you'll notice another Raptor badge. Ranger is stamped in the lower section. This has LEDs for the lighting. All of the parking sensors are in the steel rear bumper. This can tow right around 5,500 pounds, and it also has the dual exhaust. That's an active system as well. And you do have remote start. So you have a few different settings depending on how quiet or loud you would like this truck. You can set those up, which I will show. Now this also has the soft opening tailgate, and you get the spray-in bed liner for added protection. You'll notice tie-down hooks, you have an auxiliary port there, and then there's also a ruler and an area you can place clamps. So if you want to use this tailgate as a workbench, you have a little bit of extra assistance there. Now, as we work our way to the interior, really nice design for this door panel. You'll notice the release handle is nicely hidden behind the grab handle, and you have storage in the bottom there. Now, with this smaller size truck, you do get a little bit of storage underneath, so you can lift this seat up where you can place some items, and then you also have the leather and Alcantara seats with all the orange accents. And then as we hop into the back, at 5'10", it's not all that bad. You have some storage pockets, a little bit in the middle along with auxiliaries, and I have about an inch and a half or so of headroom. So I could easily ride around town, maybe go on a short road trip. You get cup holders, the armrest, and the power sliding rear glass. So it's a mid-sized truck. It is small, but that is what you would expect. Pretty nice though to be in the back. Up front, you do get memory seating adjustments, your window controls, power folding side mirrors, and then some storage in the lower section, and then you have power operating front seats with Raptor in the upper section there. Now as we start this up, the push button is where you would normally insert a key, which is a nice placement. Really nice design for the leather steering wheel, massive paddle shifters on both sides. And then on the left, there's all the cruise control settings, volume, and voice commands. And then on this right side, you can go through your steering, so you have a few adjustments for that. There's also the suspension, and then like I mentioned with the exhaust, you can go through a few different sounds here depending on how you want this vehicle set up. And when you have all those figured out, just push on R, and this is how you can configure all of those and have those presets ready to go. You can also go through a lot more information by scrolling through all of this here. So just depending on what you would like to see, you can bring this up, and the rest of the information is going to be fixed, so you can easily view all of that. You also have tuning adjustments as well. Now there's your headlight and fog light adjustments, a dimmer switch, bed light for the cargo space. You get one air vent, and then with the infotainment system, in the vertical design here, you have a pretty large screen to go through this. Now you do have some presets that you can pull up from this upper left, and you can also get into all of your vehicle settings. So you have quite a lot that you can go through just to set this up to your liking and how you want everything to react. Now you can also push on this camera button here, and that is a shortcut to go through all of these angles. So you have a lot that you can go through depending on the angles that you need to see. You also have a trailering angle too, which is very helpful. Now in the middle, you do have some more presets, so you can set these up where you can just push on those and bring them up in that upper screen. So you can easily view them in full screen there. And then the lower section is dedicated to all of the climates, where you have fan speed. There's also temperature dials. You can get into your heated seats, heated steering wheel, and some defrosters too. Now you also get physical buttons, so you can use that for your temperature, volume, fan speed, and defrosters as well. And then underneath that, wireless charging with some storage and auxiliaries. You get 2 cup holders. And then when we put this into reverse, you get the camera system like I just showed. And then in drive, you can push the M on the side. That will allow you to use the paddle shifters. You have the e-brake behind that. There's a shortcut to your parking sensors, traction control, engine start stop, and then you do have this button right here to get into some of the off-roading features. Front locker, rear locker, you have cruise control setting for off-road, and you can look at the PSI for the tires. Also, this does have a trailer braking system, so you have that tucked away nicely. Now you have all your 4-wheel drive selectors, including a trailer backup assistance, and then you have various driving modes that you can get into depending on the terrain that you are in. So you have a few for off-road and then a few for on-road, including a towing setting as well. So very nice to see all of those. Now you do have an auxiliary with storage and the armrest, and you also get 2 glove boxes on your passenger side with additional storage right in the middle, which is helpful. You have the rear view, dome lights, control for the sliding rear glass. There's also a sunglass holder, and you have a bunch of auxiliary switches where you can hook up additional items as needed. And then here's a look at visibility, where you have quite a lot of glass. It's a small truck, so you really don't have any blind spots. And I'm still in sport mode, 2nd gear. Here we go. Paddles are also very responsive too, which is great to see in a pickup truck. This isn't performance oriented like a sports car necessarily, but it pretty much has a good bit of power and performance for this type of vehicle. So it's really neat to see the performance that you can have for on-road, but as well as being able to take this off the pavement. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the Ranger Raptor. You have a really good outlook too. You can easily see over the trim accents on both sides. So visibility is very nice. This also has the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which I forgot to mention earlier. Very nice interior and materials for the pricing. So just shy of 60 grand. A performance truck like this, at least in today's market too. I remember when the Ford F150 Raptor came out, that was just shy of 60 grand. So crazy times to see that now this is roughly the same price, but those trucks are even more expensive too. So if you're not looking for that big of a truck or looking to spend that kind of money, you can basically get it in the mini version here. And it's also going to be a little bit more maneuverable because it is a smaller truck. So we can easily make this turn here, which is nice. And it would make for a great daily driver. Oh, definitely a cool truck to be able to check out. If you want to see this off the pavement, take a look at that separate video. We had one for a week a few years ago, roughly when this came out. So you can take a look at how our adventure was with it off the pavement to see what it is like. But I hope you all enjoyed today's review with the Ranger Raptor. Once again, huge shout out to Mooresville Ford for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads, and I will see you all in the next video.